And it is, it's so subtle. It's gently powerful. That's why I like Qigong. It's you can take it to whatever level you need.
So Katya Amane, it is great to have you here. And I mean, we've been backing and forth in for a minute now, and we send each other positive energy quite a lot. And there's a couple different avenues of conversation that we've gone down, but one of the ones I wanted to chat to you about today was the gifts of the Mother Earth energy, and how you've been incorporating it in your Qigong practice, and then also just how you work with the Earth energies, period. I feel like there's a lot of codes in that, and so those codes may be beneficial for anyone out there. I mean, we're here to change lives, so yeah.
I hope.
I hope.
Awesome. Thank you so much for opening this channel for us to share here. And yeah, I mean, it feels fitting because of the dance piece, as you know, that I just did was all about moving the elements and, being that conduit, like I mentioned, between heaven and earth. And I think we had gotten sparked by you mentioning the importance of being grounded in the earth, right? And we, right now we're remembering our star origins, right? A lot of us are kind of, connecting with the cosmos. But as, Qigong practitioners, we are very aware of how important it is to anchor our Qi into the core of the earth, right? So a lot of our movements in the dance, they were very, it was a rhythm of connecting with the cosmos and connecting with the earth and connecting with the cosmos and connecting with the earth, right? And that's where the alchemy is. For me, that's where the alchemy is. I can tell when I'm kind of too much in the stars. See? Yeah. It's we are stewards. I always like the word stewards of earth. So when we connect with her heart core, it amplifies our heart core.
Okay.
See? Okay? Yeah, that helps me to really, it's easy to get spun out in the way that humanity is living right now, and just the survival, it's easy to get spun out. So just simple moves.
It's deep actually, literally in its depth.
Yeah, it's really deep.
A broad, deep feeling, and that broad, deep feeling is confident in what the universe has for us, what the earth, what we have as our destination and our destiny while we're here. And so, I'd love for you to speak a little bit about your earth work, the work that you do, and maybe even a little bit about your inspiration for the choreography you just came out of directing.
Yeah, cool. I love to talk about that. So the work that I feel I've really been called to do in this lifetime, and is really coming through clear right now, like I've spoken to you about, is addiction recovery, and also women. So it's a mixture between I want to say let me correct, divine feminine empowerment, because I'm about to do men's circles around the same topic. Okay. So women's men's circles all around divine feminine, balancing, nurturing. See? And honestly, it was a personal back injury that led me to Qigong. I've never told you this, but I was immobile with a back injury, and the only thing that got me back to center was Qigong. So that from that point forward, I knew that Qigong was so powerful and really accessible for everyone, right? Whether you're young, old, dealing with addiction, dealing with hormonal imbalance, it all comes down to that connection to earth. It all comes to these simple movements where your breath connects you. So this has become my passion, and I'm discovering that this passion of moving Qi is connected to all the other work that I do, whether it's dance. And so leading into the dance choreography inspiration was like, the first act is called Calling in the Elements. The second act was Into Ether. So, you know, it's just inspiration from a prayer I read, to be real, the medicine wheel prayer from the book. It's like, so how do we alchemize all of these elementals, and we represented animales, different directions, right? All of the things. And they also talk about the directions. I don't know if you ever heard this, but it's a compass on our face. So our personal compass are our senses. So we have, if you go like this, you have our eye, nose, our mouth. Like it, we have a personal compass on our face and our senses. And so that came through this week. Another woman shared, you know, it's really beautiful. So yeah, the dance was just to convey it. You know, it's called Beyond the Mask, just because though it's like what, you know, I wanted to get people's attention, but what it's about is beyond all of that. And for me, I've been using Beyond the Mask for 10 years, so it's not even related. But for me, it's that energy. The chi is beyond what we wear, what we have, what we look like. So beyond that, we are literally pillars connected to the Earth's frequency. We all know human resonance. So also solar flares. So right now I become the solar flare weather reporter because it gives us an awareness of how the electromagnetics are working with our bodies and how, you know, we need to like salt water. Salt water grounds you from the solar flares effects. So it's like, if you're spun out, I tell people, go lay on the earth. Just lay your body on the earth. Put your heart in your womb, whether it's sand, soil, your backyard, lay on the earth, because that's what's happening. You're not grounded. You're literally short circuiting. So, you know, like the earth, she supports us. We call her mama for a reason. We call her mama for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm a loner. I'm a loner, Rees, but I'm never alone, because if I need a hug, like I'm like, oh, let me just go sit on the rock. Oh, it's like better than humans for me. You know, for me, I'm like, it's so good. She doesn't judge. She doesn't none of that, right?
I really feel you. I really, really feel you.
It's important to know.
It's been there's no support like the support of Mother Earth, or like the support that a mother has. And it's the same feeling. It genuinely has that safety, it has that comfort, it has that invitation to rest.
Totally.
And that's huge in the, you know, in the where how our society as a whole live on this planet is not in a state of rest, even when we're resting. And Qigong, so one of the amazing guys, Benjamin, who I do some kung fu with sometimes, he said to me, like, Qigong is mostly rest. Like, even though you're standing up, it's mostly just sitting in the rest, feeling what that is, feeling what the effects of gravity are on me, and how I can just consciously allow them to drop. Because gravity's there. Gravity drops at 9.8 meters per second squared. That's basically, and it can leave just like that. Yeah, and that's the drop in, and now I'm anchored in, and I'm feeling into that. Definitely. So yeah, give thanks to Mother Earth, gravity. Give thanks to the forces of nature. Bow, vortexes. Bow.
It's funny. My Facebook memory photo, I'm not really on there, but I was looking at some dance stuff, and my memory photo from 3 years ago, it just said, every time I do Qigong, something wonderful happens in my life. And it was such a reminder. Like 3 years ago, I was like, and like, yeah, and it came back up, you know, yesterday, and I said, exactly. It gives you that sense of gravity in your life. I walk different, I talk different, I think different, you know, it brings you presence, full presence. And it's so subtle. It's so, it's gently powerful. That's why I like qigong. It's you can take it to whatever level you need. Like I said, with that back injury, I mean, I was just doing like this most subtle of movements, right, until I could work my way up and up and up and up until my chi was expanded again. But that's why
Until
it's
you.
beautiful, you know, drops you in and you can listen. I like what you said about hearing. It's a stillness that allows you to hear your body, mind, and spirit, right? It's just this, it's a simple stillness and really watching every move. You know, you're watching your hands. You're just so, it's hyper awareness. It's hyper awareness that many of us could really benefit from right now. Right. Hyper awareness.
Yeah,
And
and
it's just like
it will soften those things. You're so right. Like the like your hearing, you may notice again, it's a gentle power, but your hearing will improve because your eardrums will begin, like the weight that's on your eardrums will even drop. The weight that is in your sinuses will even, and you'll get that release. And I mean, it's about becoming fluid. It's about being in the water, doing your rehabilitation energy or doing your rehabilitation, the personality of it, what they would give you in water-based exercises, but just
right.
outside, so you actually live in that ease and swim through, the etheric fluid.
I know, like when I watch you, I love watching your videos because, yeah, like with people that you've been doing qigong for years, you know, kind of, you know, gotten to a more masterful place with it. It's so mesmerizing to witness and watch because, yeah, you can literally just see the energy. You know, it's beautiful. It's so fluid, like you're an amniotic fluid ether, like you become the plasma. See, it's so amazing. I
Yeah,
love it.
because magma's a fluid too. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. Magma's a fluid too. Yeah.
Yes. I like it. Yes, magma. Totally. So, yeah, and I just like I told you, I mentioned with the Addiction Recovery Center, it's been so they do
Hmm.
other modalities. They have a Kundalini yoga teacher, but I got to tell you, qigong is the most beneficial. Why? Because they're detoxing. Because they don't need extreme, right? They need something that brings them back to their center and that place of hyper awareness to pay attention to their body and not escape themselves. You know, like, yeah, just 20 minutes. They can't do very much because they're doing ibogaine treatments and all these things, right? But I watched every week I would go. It was like even 15 minutes of just simple, like grounding in. Whoo! They're like, when you coming back? Yeah, it's like, it's so crucial, you know, just to bring you into your
Big.
center. Yeah.
Mm,
So I'm
mm.
passionate about that. That's why I would love to have you come sometime someday and just like, yeah, really working with addiction recovery because it's big right now. I don't know if it is in your area, but here a lot of people come because the treatment centers are legal. So I'm getting to see just how many people are working with addiction recovery right now. Like
Mm.
so many people are ready to let that go and ready
Okay.
to purify. There's a purifying thing that's happening
Mm,
in human
mm,
body.
mm, mm, mm.
And I feel like Qigong is on the forefront. I really, really, really do feel like it's on the forefront of that anchoring and purifying process for a lot of people, you know, just to start there, because people get overwhelmed like with the process. Like, how do I, you know, like, yeah, trying to get healthy. And I just tell people, move your chi. Just start with simple ways to
Yeah.
rejuvenate your chi. And it'll
Mm.
go from there, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because you're giving a moment to be aware of it. And so nature, all of our journeys, nature's constantly been doing the work for us after we finish our practice. It's still happening. Those rejuvenating effects are still happening. Those recalibrations are constantly going on from things you've done 2, 3, 4 years ago,
Right.
from when you first had that spark in your mind about, wanting to go in the right direction of health and wellness and your, highest version.
Right.
Those codes and calibrations are still going on to this day, and nature's still doing work on that. And so
Right.
you have to just give it a moment.
Cranial sacral as
Mm.
well. And that's about clearing the static from your field. Your bio field has static. And so when you do a cycle, you're resetting, same with Qigong. You're clearing your signal. That's what it is. So that we can get the downloads and the uploads.
Yeah. Well, there's beautiful breathing in Qigong that's a little bit different to other styles, but that actually grants a lot of comfort in your body. There's a way that I look at the body, which is that you have your core and then you have your sleeve. So your comfort in your bones, because Qigong is more about the bones than it is about the muscles. The bones last eons and eons longer than your muscles and your skin. So if we put those at the forefront of the practice and how gravity is going to be affecting the stacking of those bones, we are now doing practices and breathing exercises called reverse breathing. Okay, because reverse breathing is essentially what you know as diaphragmatic breathing, which is inhaling and pushing the belly out and exhaling and pulling the belly in. Reverse breathing is the reverse of that breath technique, which would be inhaling and sucking inwards and exhaling and pushing everything from the center.
I do that a lot. I love it. Yeah. So thank you for explaining reverse breathing.
Yeah. And you can do that, gives you a lot more flexibility. And then about the sleeve, which I was mentioning, it gives you that ease in your clothes, or it gives you that comfort in your own skin. So when I say the sleeve, what I mean is like, if you have ease when you move, you should kind of hear that. You should have that kind of thing going on, right? And you should be able to hear the sleeve as it shifts, because the fascia has more of that personality going on, right? The fascial web, which is looking at your muscles as a union.
It's our mycelium.
And just like mycelium, which again puts us to the roots of the earth. And if you barefoot yourself, then your connection to that will be a lot more, let's call it, intelligent. The universe is intelligent, and you are the same. And so, the
fascia. Yeah, I like that you brought up the fascia, because I also talk about that a lot as well, and the power of the movement of your sleeve. I love that. Yeah, because it is like you can. I'm a massage therapist as well, so when people come to me, it's like we hold in different places because our fascia is holding. Our mycelium is stagnant there, or it's pulling, or it's tight. So just really being able to release your mycelium network. Yes, I believe the fascia of the earth. We are her, she is us. Going back to her earth energies again. So our fascia is our mycelium. It's the first Wi-Fi. So if we can calibrate those to sync up, and then be able to move. I like what you said. I'm going to think about that now.
It's the sleep.
Comfortable, but that's what it is when I do Qigong. It's exactly what it feels like. You feel comfortable in your skin. You do. Skin. You just feel this sense of ease with the way you're moving, and the way that you're bending and picking up a dish, and everything. It changes everything.
For real. And that's why. So at Qigong, Better Qigong Education, that's why we do what we do, which is making it easily accessible, digestible, and relatable.
Love it. I'm gonna get that. I gotta order it still.
I gotta get you a signed copy though. I gotta get you oh
shit. Yeah.
Get you.
What?
And so why we do what we do, and then why I also created a free mini course on YouTube, is to basically reiterate what you just said about feeling ease in your body, and that Qigong has a movement personality of its own, but it's not so much the movements that are important, but that we translate the language of the personality to you, and then you can do what you want with it. Then you can then you can channel in the movements that your body would like to do, or that an animal that you are wanting to connect to and wants to come through you, or even a movement of your ancestors. Maybe like ancestors was a fishmonger, so they had the net, and you want to
Just got
embody that throw, or
so
you know, that this is so
yeah,
much.
yeah. Mhm.
And
I like
but personality is the most important thing, and then that's where the benefits are. You get in that 70-30 feeling within, and
mm,
from 70-30 feeling you can now move with ease.
I like that a lot. Yeah, because after a few years now, watching videos or learning from others, I now just like do my own thing. See, yeah, like once you feel that ball of chi, you just like you let it move you the way it wants to. That was my whole dance. We didn't choreograph any of that. That's just like,
Wow.
okay, we're gonna move this chi ball now, and allowing it to just move through us like a frequency ripple, right? Like none of that was planned. Yeah, it's just like, okay, guys, we're gonna tap in right at this part. And that's the beauty, that spontaneity, of course. Like you get the awareness in your body. I love learning. I love to take a class from you because it's like, oh, it's so neat. But then, yeah, when you're on your own, you just kind of like, like, I do some weird ass shit, like all kinds of weird shit. Like
But
my ancestor, sometimes I'm like, wow, I didn't know my body could do that. That's the beauty
yeah.
of it. Yeah, that's the beauty. I'm like, that was odd, but that felt cool, or something like that.
Right, but it felt correct. Like it
It
felt,
felt
it,
cool. Yeah, your body knows. You said the intelligence. Just like the Earth's body is intelligent, our bodies are so intelligent. If we allow them to be, we go to doctors and we give the authority to outside of us. I'm all about self-healing. My other thing is like inspiring others to be their own healer. I'm an herbologist as well. So it's like, yeah, man, like Qigong is a way to take the authority to be sovereign in your health, in your movement, right? And how you move through the world, basically. Yeah,
well, yes,
it's on
yes.
us. It's on us.
It's on
Yeah.
us. Literally, it's on, gravity's on us.
On us, yeah.
It's gravity. Like, do we know how to use it? Yeah, gravity's on us. And like, can we put a visual out there for people? Because this has like a million visuals in it, but I want to create a visual with you right now in this moment. I want to create a new
Wow,
visual.
a book.
That
Your
was so
book's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah, I designed it and everything.
It
I was
looks
so proud of
rad. It's like so like all colorful and pictures and yeah, dude.
it. Get you in the mood for some Chi-Gong, right? Uh,
Yeah.
and so one of the things that I would like to, bring forth is that Chi stimulates your brain. Like I think you mentioned earlier that the way that the bioelectrical, the electromagnetic energy of the earth has a relationship with your biology.
See.
And how can we now provide a visualization for people that people could do in their chi practice that links the cosmos with that frequency below and that electromagnetic frequency below?
Yeah, I like this. One of my favorites. It's like, ooh, I'm sweaty. When it's like where you like bring it, into the center. I think we did this in the dance. Connecting. One of my favorites is bringing the heaven and the earth, and then rotating it at your heart. Yeah, and then you made me think too. I was reading an article about the piezo. Was that the word piezoelectric? If I'm saying it correctly.
Yes.
Piezoelectric. So when your bones are properly stacked, you mentioned this, you literally are able to conduct more electromagnetic frequency because of how the bones work with things and density and lightness. Yeah. So I remember reading that. You just reminded me. It's like you literally become more. You can tell people that do qigong. We literally like.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think
It's
of what
big.
exactly to share, but yeah, like I just got the visual I just got was like of Nikola Tesla's thing, the toroidal, right? So we also spoke on the toroidal energy. So when you clear that, that's the visual that I often get. Yes, right? The rainbow bridge energy comes out the heavens and comes back up through us. So I really like that visual a lot, right? The toroidal rainbow comes out of our crown and then circles around back down, picks up the energy from the earth, brings it back to the body.
Oh, I love that. Spreads the rainbow.
And then there's the meditation, the rainbow bridge meditation is that, but the earth. So then you're picturing your own earth body in that toroidal, and then the layer of the earth's body, and then together you're literally synchronizing. It's called the rainbow bridge. Yeah, you know, it's like
we unpack that.
Yeah, I'll pause. I'm getting into it. I'm too worried about.
So yeah, like as it relates to my body and then the earth body, how do I connect to that if I'm a Chi practitioner? If I'm
Yes, for me it's the breath. Yeah, the power of that breath, like you brought up. So I think that's really the key and why Qigong is so much about synchronizing your breath with your movements. That's our powerful tool that that it's like, that's the language. The breath is the language between the two.
Language.
Yeah. Right. So that's like our wind, our spirit. We think about the elementals. We have the fire of the sun. We have the earth. We have our wind is our breath, you know. And yeah. So the elemental alchemy, I'm still kind of in that from my whole week of it. But yes. So for me, I think, yeah, with that visual and then the breath as the conduit, it locks it in. Yeah. In sort of a way.
Locks it in. It locks it in. Yeah. Yeah.
I also share something called Rebirth breathwork. I don't know if you've ever heard of this. I mean, there's so many breathworks, of course. That's why it's beautiful, right? So many of us think like, oh, we just breathe. We just breathe every day to survive. But there's so many different ways to utilize the air element within us, right? So the rebirth is all through your mouth. And you're just like, so it's kind of like you're fogging a window. You do that breath. That's really intense. It'll really open things up for about 20 minutes. People go back to their birth story. Yeah, it's really trippy, right? So what happens a lot of times, why they call it rebirth, is people will go back to the womb. People will re-experience their birth. And it's really, really powerful. I learned it in massage school and I had my own experience with it. It was really intense. And I got tetanus. You know how your thumbs curl into each other and your hands like curl like this? It's called tetanus. And it's like happens when you have like a short circuit. It's happened to me a few times in my life. And this breath work does it. And it's like,
oh, it gives you the claw grip.
Yes, the claw, where you have like so much energy coursing through you that your hands start to do this, and it's really painful.
Wow. Wow.
Like,
yo.
Yeah, I'm feeling it in my thumbs just talking about it, you know. And I don't know if you know the finger philosophies, but the thumb is personal power.
Okay.
Scholarly success.
Stability,
love, of course, our love, and creativity, as well as our channels in Qigong, the meridians as well. But that's another layer, right? So it's interesting when you do this breath work, it goes to your thumbs, and your thumbs start to trip the fuck out, and it's like your personal power. It's like because you're working with power. You know, like you're like literally plugging into something, and it's giving you so much oxygen. Your lips start to go numb. Like, yeah.
Wow.
But when you
that's amazing.
It's like, wow.
And that in itself is a Mother Earth energy, isn't it? Because that's like you're just plugging you on it.
It's almost like you feel like you crawl inside of her womb.
Yeah. Ooh, I feel like going and hugging the tree right now.
I know. I'm looking at the trees on my place too. I live in the city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, I told you 5 cows came to my house yesterday, which is divine feminine. You're hanging with the cows, so you must also remember they're divine feminine. You're a symbol of that. Yeah, and so I did that dance piece, Rees, with 5 women. The next day, 5 cows showed up at my bedroom window, like literally right outside my bedroom. For the first time ever. That lived here for months. Yeah.
Wow. And what is the symbolism of number 5?
Oh gosh, so 5 kept coming through the whole week. So it's about transformation. Yeah, we did a lot of our movements were number coded. We're going to do this 3 times. We're going to do this 5 times. We did a lot of number coding, and 5 kept coming through. We kept seeing 555. Our show started at 6 o'clock. So our time to walk to the stage was 555. Okay, it's 555. Time for us to walk now.
Bam.
So like, it's transformation. It's the number of alchemy. It's our 5 senses. It's our 5 elements, right? So it's the root of the alchemy of transformation. Yeah, 5. A lot of us are seeing it these days because we're in a collective. Yeah. So,
and I was just gonna say, like, if you are watching this, check out Katya Amane. Like,
you want to see some trippy ass art?
Yeah, like, beautiful soul, bringing in messages of truth that maybe you didn't realize you needed to expose yourself to, like those kind of energy workers, So yeah. She's very powerful and amazing in her spirit, and I'm looking forward to meet you in person one day too. So
yay, we're gonna meet in the middle somewhere on an island.
Oh yeah, I think it's just gonna be. I think I'm actually just gonna come the whole way, man. Yeah.
I think Mexico is calling you. You did say it's calling you.
Like I've been having, alongside local honey, I've been having this honey from Mexico, and it's so potent. It's so potent.
Ooh,
I feel like
and
everything about me is connecting to the soil and the energy there.
Oh, you already have the Mexican bead juju, and you got it. The honey here is incredible. And funny you brought up honey, because my song I was singing yesterday was, "Oh, you can keep all your money, because I live off of honey. Oh, you can keep all your money, I live off
honey."
And then, yeah, so it's great. And also, I've been making herbal medicinal honey. So I take honey and then I infuse it with herbs, and it's amazing. Yeah, bobinsana for like heart healing, all kinds of stuff. So when you come, we will make magic honey.
Potion, honey.
Yeah, but that's beautiful. I'd like to hear that you're connecting with the juju already. Yeah, this vortex is activating. A lot of people are drawn here because I've been here 5 years, 5 again, and
wow.
It's like I've been watching the frequency shift and different people being drawn, and something has recently shifted because everybody is drawn here. So there's
everybody's drawn to Mexico. It is like, what is it? I have no idea, but I'm glad that I get to be in touch because of technology, in the tech, not just the etheric tech, with those like yourself, because
so
on the ground doing the work, channeling in, feeling into the soil of Mama Gaia over there, and channeling into the Maya over there in Lakech Alakim. Wow, that one.
Make me want to pull one of my Maya oracle cards.
Boom. Should we do it? And let that be it?
Close? Should we close with that?
Yeah.
It's outside.
Bum, bing, bum, bing, bum, bing, biddy ding ding, boom, ba dum, 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 boom, ba boom, ding, ba dum, boom. Bing, 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 bing. Whoa! Hey.
Hi, Kashanotea. We got the rhythm of life. Rhythm. The rhythm, the rhythm,
The rhythm,
the rhythm. But it is a beautiful one to pull because, yes, we're talking about the rhythms of life. We're talking about how we can align ourselves with the natural, organic rhythm of life. I will read the actual little card here, but that's what I'm feeling into as it coming up right now is, yes, when you have a harmonized rhythm, you feel comfortable in your skin. So 3 is the rhythm. It's the luminous triangle made visible. Feel the pulse of the sacred current calling you home. The qualities are movement, change, flow, current, creativity, integration, sacred trinity, comfort and change, non-struggle, floating downstream, non-resistance, and cooperative alliance. Feels like us right now. And then the last little part is 3 is the ray of rhythm, the galactic heartbeat of natural flow. This universal river offers you movement. This is so fitting. And all possibilities flow within its pulse. Open yourself to its current of change. Become comfortable with the process of transformation. Float downstream in non-resistance to what is being offered for your growth in daily life. Struggle itself is just an indication of the functioning of ego rather than your essence, which knows that in truth, flow and change is the nature of reality. So drawing this suggests there's something you desire to change or to integrate into the natural flow of your life. Ooh, I like this. Become the third point of light. That's cool. Become the third point of light created from the integration of polarity. So we got the poles. We are the third point of light. That's powerful.
That is so encouraging.
3, we're the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. I say it all the time. My email is Holy Trinity. Yeah, so the Holy Trinity, we are the third point of light within the polarity.
Whoa.
Which Qigong ignites, right? Which is like, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Ain't that right?
Yeah, you're feeling the pulse of the sacred Trinity within you, revealing a new creation. Allow it to integrate that which has seemingly been lost, separated, or obscured from sight. If you have a tendency to be scattered in your creativity, focus your creative energy. That's exactly what moving chi does, and aligns your intentions to express your truth. I like that. Align your intentions to express your truth. Now is the time for the great mystery to reveal itself through you. Know yourself as the capstone of light. Allow your creativity to express the beauty and inspiration of your spiritual journey. Rhythm. That was quite fitting. Quite fitting.
Capstone of light.
Yeah, some nice reminders there. We are the capstone of light within the world of polarity.
Yay.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Feelings are so big that they dismantle our whole perception of size. And so I give thanks for that. And I give thanks for you sharing and for you coming on today. And yeah, big love for the connection, Katya.
My heart is open, my mind is clear, and I'm so grateful for this moment. Thank you. It's been nice to chat and open up some doors of awareness. Unlock some keys and maybe do it. Yeah, this is fun. I've never done a talk on Telegram before. I like it. It's fun. Yeah, anytime you want to have me, let me know.
Okay.
And I look forward to getting the book.
You.
And yes, please let me know how I can get your autographed book. I would like to.
I'm gonna get one of these, and then I'm gonna sign one of these. I might even just sign this one right here, and
Okay.
then go to the post office, and I'm gonna send it to Mexico. hmm And if you've been enjoying our content at Better Qigong Education, we have an infinite library where you can access training programs and online courses and even Qigong teacher trainings. Also, head over to our Amazon where you can get yourself a hard copy of our comprehensive Qigong training manual. Happening easily.
A movement. Qigong
Yeah.
is a movement, right? It's like I like that. Just
It's a
saying
movement.
yes, Qigong is a magical movement.
Yes.
Get into it.
Hey, so yeah.
Hey, we'll talk soon, and let me know when you're flying on over.
You know, big
I'll be
love.
here, holding it down.
Holding
In La
it down.
cash.
Alakin.
I like him.